Hello, this is Reza Neries, and this video is for all of those students who are currently taking English 101 and are planning to write their essay. This is mostly about formatting your essay in the correct style, that is APA style, using Microsoft Office built-in technology. But before delving into formatting your essay, let's first talk about some of the steps that you have to take before submitting your essay. The first important step is, in my opinion, buying a copy card. If you have one, you won't have to spend a lot of time waiting in line to print out your essay. And the second step is updating your outline based on the received comments. Also, if you are planning to make a huge change or a major change to your outline, like adding a new main idea or changing the whole structure of your outline, you have to get the approval of your instructor before submitting it with your essay. Otherwise, your essay will not be graded and you will get a 0. The third step is adding copies of the new sources with the references in the boxes. It will come with your new outline, so don't forget this. If you're adding new sources, you have to put all of them with the old ones together as an attachment with the outline that you're going to submit. The next step is obviously printing out your outline and then starting writing your essay. And then checking the format, checking plagiarism, and checking language punctuation. In this video, we're going to talk about how to write the essay with the correct format. We're not going to talk about plagiarism, but we're going to also briefly talk about punctuation and language checking. The first thing you have to do is opening your word processor. Once you open it, you might see this page, but this is not the page that you are going to use for formatting your essay. The best way is going to the File menu, New, and then you will see different templates. We need one template, and that is APA style. So type it over there, press Enter, and you will see two different templates. Choose the second one because this is the latest edition, that is the 6th edition. When you click on it, a new box will appear and it will ask you to create the template or download it. So click on it. As you can see, the template is ready, but this template has a lot of extra things that you are not going to need. Let's start with the first part, and that is the running head. You are not going to need a running head for this essay, so all you have to do is just double click on the header and just backspace, and that will clear that part. Also, you have to do the same thing on the second page, like this. All you have to do is get rid of the page numbers as well. And then remove the abstract part because you're not going to need it anyway. And also, after heading 1, select everything and remove them. Now, everything is almost ready. The first thing that you have to do is write the title of your essay. And it says the title should be up to 12 words. So I'm going to write any title, like my essay title. Notice that as soon as you do this, your essay title is transferred to the first page where you will actually start writing your essay. So this is a good thing. This is an automatic feature. The next thing you have to do is just change the author name. That is going to be your name, student's name, and then the institute, that is Middle East Technical University, Northern Cyprus, campus. In this section, you can write your section number. Let's say it is section 12. Now your title page is ready. And now you can start typing your essay. So there are a lot of factors involved in choosing the right country to continue your education. And it would go on and on like this. When you come to your thesis statement, and this is my thesis statement, all you have to do is just press enter, and the next paragraph will start automatically. This is my first body paragraph, and this contains my first main idea. So it is my first topic sentence. There we go. So this is pretty much it. Now I see here that there's a heading, extra heading here that I have to get rid of. And now everything is ready. If you were just going to learn about how to format your essay correctly, this is pretty much it. In the second step, I'm going to teach you how to use the built-in feature of Microsoft Office to add your references, and also in-text citation, which is a very, very useful tool. Here I have prepared some sources of different varieties that you most commonly use on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, I am going to show you how you can add these to the list of references in Microsoft Office. The first thing you have to do is just go to the References tab and start with Manage Sources. Yours will probably be empty because you have not prepared anything before, but I had prepared some things beforehand, so I'm going to delete all of them. Okay, let's start with our first source. All you have to do is just click on New, and on the top you will see the different types of sources. So why not start with a book? When you choose the book, you will see the fields that you have to fill in. So let's start with the authors. So the author over here is, actually there are 3 authors. So I can click on Edit and start writing names. Remember that this starts with the last name and then the first name. So the last name is Greg, the first name is Anne. Press enter, then move on to the second one, Jane Taylor. Actually, Taylor is the last name, Jane. And next one is McKay, and the first name is Tommy. And we're done with the authors. Now, it's time for the title. The title is this, Doing Research with Children. Please pay attention that we do not capitalize all the words in the title. We just capitalize the first word. And if there's a subtitle, we separate it with a colon and we write the first letter of the subtitle in capital. If there are any words that we always write in capital form, like English, friends, or the proper names, you have to write them in capital too. Now, the year of publication is 2012. And the city of publication is London. And the publisher is Sage Publication Ltd. Now, remember that you've got 3 authors. When you have 3 to 5 authors, you have to give all the names in in-text citation for the first time, but after the first time, you will have to write only the first author's last name plus et al. So how can you fix this? How can you do? How can you make Word do this for you? Unfortunately, word processor does not have any automatic feature to do it for you. So you will have to click on Show All Bibliography Fields here, and then go and find the short title. If you write the et al. Or the first author's last name with et al. Here, you can later on use the shortened version of the in-text citation. So the first author's last name is Greg et al. Followed by a dot. And we are done. You can review the format here. It shows the format here at the bottom. And this is your reference. So we are done with the book. Let's see how we can use it. Let's say that I want to use the first source in a citation. One of the challenges of doing research about children is picking the right research method. And then I want to add the citation, in-text citation. How do I do it? The same area in the references, I click on Insert Citation, and then if I click on this, you will have the citation. If you go back to Manage References, you see that a tick mark is added next to the source, which means that you have used this source. If you forget to use one of the in-text references, it will not have a check mark next to it, and you will know to remove it later on. Okay, now I said that we've got 3 authors here, but what if I want to use it the second time? How can I turn this into Greg et al.? Let's say that this has been an issue since the beginning of the history of research on children. Again, you're going to use the same source. You give the citation and you see, oops, all the authors are here. But in order to fix it, all you have to do is go to Edit Citation and click on Author. When you choose the author, it will use the short version for you. Now, what if you are going to use the signal phrase here? In that case, for example, you say, according to Greg et al., then you want to give the citation, the date. Again, you go back here, you give the citation, but this time, when you click on Edit, you choose both the author and the title. And then you will have only the date. Let's continue. This issue has many different solutions. Now, what if you are going to give a direct citation? When you're giving direct citation, you also have to give the page number. You will do the same thing over here, and at the end of the citation, the direct quotation, let's say at the end of the direct quotation, you will put the parentheses and put the page number by hand. That's all you have to do. Okay, now let's move on and add more different types of sources. Let's say that your source is an article in a book, and the article is written with a different author, and the book is collected and produced by some editors. That is called an edited book. And when you want to use one chapter of the book, this is the way you have to give the citation. You will have to, again, click on New, and you have to choose Book Section as the source type. The author over here is the author of the book chapter. So here it is Lyle F. Bachman. Now the title of the chapter is this part. So I will copy and paste it here. Then we have the book author. We are not going to write the book author because this book is an edited book. So we have to write the editors. This is how we do it. You have to click on Show All Bibliography Fields. You have to scroll it down and find the editors here. So there you go. This is the field of editor. Click on Edit and add the names. The names are written here, so I will just add them one by one. Cheng, the first name initial is L, and then Ko, and the first name initial is C. Now we have got all the authors. Okay, moving back. Now we need to write the book title. The title is Language Testing Reconsidered. And the year of publication is 2007. And also you have to give the pages of the chapter, which are 41 to 71. And now the city of publication, which is Ottawa, Ontario. And the publisher is University of Ottawa Press. And now your citation is ready. Let's use this one for another idea. By the way, all the ideas that I'm writing here are not necessarily from these sources. I'm just making them up, and these are just for demonstration purposes. Now, in this case, I am going to give a direct quotation. According to Bachman, and then give a citation here. All tests need to have a clearly defined construct. And let's say it is on page 45. And then you have direct citation as well as citation here. If you go back and check the sources again, you will see a check mark next to Bachman's source, which means that you have also used this one. Okay, what about the other types of sources? The next one is the journal article. For the journal articles, you have to choose the third one, that is journal article. Write the author. In this case is again Bachman. The title of the article is The Trait Structure of Close Test Scores. The name of the journal is TESOL Quarterly, and the year of publication is 1982, and the pages, are 61 to 70. But that's not enough for a journal article. We need to add some more information. The most crucial information that you have to add is, first, you have to write the volume number, and then the issue number. Sometimes the journals do not have issue numbers, so all you have to do is just write the volume number. In this case, we have an issue number, that is the first issue. And the last part is writing the DOI, Digital Object Identifier. If you don't have this, you have to give the URL of the article. There, we have the third source. Now, the next type of source is article in a periodical. This is also a very common source, which I see students use a lot. And by periodical, we mean anything that is regularly published, like a newspaper or a monthly magazine or a quarterly magazine. In this case, you have to go down and choose article in a periodical. I have chosen an article from the Guardian newspaper in this case. The author here is Jamie Gearson. And the title is Okay, let me just copy it from here. And put it right over here. There we go. And the title of the periodical is The Guardian. And the year of publication is 2017. Because this is a newspaper, you have to give the date completely. Then the month is May, and the day is the 11th, which is today, by the way. And because this is an online source, we don't have any page number. And because we are citing the whole article, we don't need to give the paragraph number, unless if you want to give a direct quotation, but you will not give the paragraph number here. Now, the last part is adding the URL. We have the next source. You can always preview the bibliography entry here at the bottom, and you can see that it is in correct format. It adds a retrieved from automatically, and everything is done for you. Now, there are two other common types of sources that you use, and most of the time I see that you do not use them in the correct format. And they are reports, and we've got two types of reports. Reports that are produced by organizations with no specific authors, that is, the organization is the author of it, and sometimes there are reports that are produced or published by organizations, but they are written by actual authors. So in the first case, we have got a report. I'm going to choose report from here, which is written by the organization, not a person. Because the author is not a person, you have to choose, you have to click on this checkbox and choose corporate author. It means that, like, the author is an organization. I'm going to copy this and add it to the field. Then I need to add the title, which is Managing Asthma. Oops, I have to write it in small letters. And then a guide for schools. The year of publication is 2003. We don't have a publisher. We need to add the URL over here, which is this one. Again, to see the URL, you have to click on Show All Bibliography Items and go down and add the URL here. And then you have your source. Let's see what the in-text citation will look like. Let's say that I'm going to add another paragraph. There are some reports related to the study of asthma on children. And I'm going to give the citation over here. See what happens. This is the last source. What you see here is a very long title. The title is used, or the corporate is used as the author in in-text citation. But we can't put such a long thing in in-text citation. How could we fix it? I'm going to press Ctrl-Z, go back to the sources, and I'm going to edit the source that I have just added. The way we do it is using, again, the short title. Remember, we used the short title for the cases that we had 3 to 5 authors. So the short title would be the name of the organization in short form, but with quotation marks, because we have to put the title in the quotation marks in in-text citation. So I'm going to just write U.S. Department of Health. And it's asking me if I want to update everything in the system, and I say yes. And I'm going to check this again. And again, I've got the long citation here, but remember, we can always edit the citation and suppress the author. And then, voila, we have got the right citation format here. Finally, I'm going to tell you how to add another type of report which has actually authors. So this time I'm not going to use the corporate author because they're actual writers here. So the names are Cassie and Urio or Ario. Now I need to add the title, the year of publication 2006, and actually the publisher is the organization. Because I have taken this from their website, I have to do something different. I will not write the publisher over here. I will just click on show more bibliography options, and here in the URL I will write this: research on poverty alleviation website, and then I will give the link over here after the colon. And voila, we've got our source. Now, if you check your sources, you can easily see that you have used 3 of them in your in-text citation and not 3 others, the 3 others. It means that these are extra and you have to remove them if you're not planning to use them inside your text. Now, when you finish writing your article, let's say that finally this is the restatement of my thesis statement. Now, when I finish, I need to move on to a new page to add my reference. Some people just press on enter a few times to do that, but there's a better way of doing it. All you have to do is just go to insert menu and then choose page break, and it will take you to the next page. On the next page, you go to the references again. You're adding your bibliography here. So you will just go to bibliography and choose the option that has references in it. You click on it, and magically all of the sources in correct format are added to the document. Everything is in correct order and in correct format. And if you are planning to use this, you will save a lot of time and confusion. The other thing that I would recommend is making sure that you have set this language on English, whether United States or United Kingdom. If it is on Turkish, it will not show your grammar, punctuation, and spelling mistakes. So make sure that it is set to English, United States or United Kingdom, it doesn't matter. All that matters is it must have this ABC with a tick mark next to it, which means that the necessary sources are downloaded to the Microsoft Office program, and it can actually give you the support regarding your spelling, punctuation, and grammar. That's all.